a pretty big section that's also important to this piece. Let's scroll down again, and what we see right here is a model. In this model, you see what they're explaining is the financials for Spotify. They're breaking the model up into premium versus free. They're giving us a demonstration of how many people have premium and how much free. You see right here, they're saying the premium members are giving them more money than the free members of Spotify. Make sure to make these important notes that the artists are getting more money from premium and etc. Let's just quickly read what this section is about, take some notes, and also note the credibility. So previously we just scrolled through the data points that were given through Spotify, and that builds credibility within the author of this article, as well as it helps give a visual of how much money is being given to the artist and who is giving the artist more money. And we're moving on to the next part, and whoa, let's pause right here. We see a bunch of red, a bunch of bold, a bunch of highlighted. We're seeing royalties again. Keep note of that. How many times have we seen royalties in this article? Let's look over why this article is important. Just read it real quick, pause if you need to. But from what I'm gathering, why this article is important is because it's telling us how the revenue is being split, and how the streaming platforms are keeping some royalties for themselves, and how the rest of the royalties are being split up. So let's unpause real quick and see what else we're going to get into. And let's see what else happens in this article. If I am going too fast, just pause the video to read over parts that you wish to read over again, or parts that you just missed. Right here we see revenue, the explanation of revenue and royalties. Okay, now we are going back to how much money we have left over after giving some away. Oop, let's pause right here. We're seeing some highlighted words, as well as some highlights in our money section. So we need to take note of what's in bold, what's in highlighted, and what this part is trying to say before our end conclusion. As we can see, this is going into more and more of a breakdown of how much the artist is getting paid based off of tracks and percentages of streamings, etc. It also is telling us the proportion of streams. So yeah, make sure you take note of all these highlighted words, these numbers and statistics, and let's pause right there. Right here we can see some blue highlighting, and we see the word appearing distributor or label mentioned again, as well as being with artists. So every time we're seeing artists, we're also seeing distributor and label. So we can see that this is a relationship, or a constant relationship, that will always be here, especially associating artists with money and streaming, etc. So in this picture right here on the chart, it's showing us how much money the label is getting a part of the artist's share. The article is also doing a really good job at showing us how the money is being taken away, how much money is being cut up, and etc. So it makes it easier for the viewers to read, and they're going more and more into the distributors and etc. Now we are reaching the end of the article, and you can see that they are going into more logistics. And pause right here, actually. I want you guys to read the closing words real quick, because typically you can get the main argument of an article Okay, welcome back. So after reviewing and reading through that article, here's how we are going to make our conclusion. We're going to bunch everything that we've taken notes on, and we're going to put it all together. So around me, I'm going to put all the things that I took notes of and that I noticed, and I'm putting it all together. And my conclusion is that the article is about how artists get paid. Not just how artists get paid, but the technicalities and behind how artists get paid, and who and how there's a middleman within how artists get paid with streaming platforms, and the processes of how the streaming platforms work for the artists get paid, as well as the processes of the money and the statistics of where artists get paid. Thank you so much for watching.